That what did it avail to? Read on, bro.
Verse 10. For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness,
Right.
and thou hast said, none seeth me.
Right.
Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee.
Right, and they have trusted in it because it has, to a certain degree, got them somewhere.
Yeah.
But that was all because of the Most High again.
Yeah.
Because the Most High had to prolong the society so that certain prophecies can come in effect. That's all it is. You understand? And these people here, they're in prophecy too. It says, many shall turn aside unto Satan. The majority of these people worship Satan, don't even know it. Even these women. Same things. Go on, bro.
Thou hast said in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me.
Right, in other words, they're saying that they're the Most High.
Yeah.
Verse 11. Therefore shall evil come upon thee.
Right.
Thou shalt not know from whence it riseth.
Right, it's going to come suddenly. That's why it says in 2 Peter, the 3rd chapter, it says that the day of the Lord comes suddenly. Because the destruction and the accident is going to come where he least expects it. Go on.
And mischief shall fall upon thee. Thou shalt not be able to put it off.
Yeah, go on.
And desolation shall come upon thee suddenly,
Right, go on.
which thou shalt not know.
Which thou shalt not know. That's it, right? All right, yeah, so read what you got.
Wisdom of Solomon 5 verse, let me start from verse 2. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation.
And that's what they're going to see. They're going to see us go up into them ships, which they didn't even have in mind. They probably had in mind because they knew prophecy. But they were so deluded in their sorcery and their witchcraft, they kind of forgot about it.
Yeah.
You know, go on.
So far beyond all that they look for, and they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision,
Right.
and a proverb of reproach.
Right.
We fools accounted his life
And
madness.
they're going to marvel at this. That's why they're going to be saying all of this, because they're going to be surprised. Because they were so deluded in their nonsense that they forgot about the children of Israel rising up and being delivered.
Right.
Go on.
Anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, verse 4, we fools accounted his life madness, and his end to be without honor.
Yeah.
How is he numbered among the children of the Most High, and his lot is among the saints?
Right.
Therefore have we erred from the way of truth,
Right.
and the light of righteousness have not shined unto us,
Exactly.
and the sun of righteousness rose not upon us. We wearied ourselves in the way of wickedness.
We worried ourselves in the way of wickedness, because now they're going to realize when we get delivered, they're going to realize that, damn, man, we spent centuries doing this sorcery and witchcraft and bewitching the people and conjuring up different demons and spirits, and it didn't profit anything. And that's when they're gonna really be confounded. They're gonna be under some emotion where basically, well, I'll say multiple emotions. They're gonna be surprised. They're gonna be ashamed of themselves. Their mind is gonna go crazy. And then ultimately, to seal the deal, they're going into slavery too, pursuant to the book of Psalms. Go on, brother.
They say, we wearied ourselves in a way of wickedness and destruction. Yea, we have gone through deserts,
Right,
but there lay no way.
Right.
But as for the way of the Lord, we have not known it.
Exactly. They went to Afghanistan. They went to Pakistan. They went dropping drones in Iraq. I mean, dropping bombs in Iraq. Setting up false narratives and media to deceive the people.
Yeah.
So that they can go fight these wars on terror, as they call it, and take their asses to the Middle East. Guess what, man? Even they gonna realize that they did all of that for nothing. It was all for nothing and really the reason why they're doing all of this right here is because they want to conjure up this new world order system. So in the process of doing that, they worshiping Satan. They're doing all that they can do on the left-hand side. Thinking that Satan has got their back and always got them, got them held down or what have you, or hold them down. You know how Jake say, hold me down, right? So they think Satan's holding them down and leading them in the right path. But what's happening is the spiritual demon Satan is guiding them to fulfill prophecy, and he's going to flip the script on them. Because see, all Satan's doing is pretty much corresponding with the tune of the Most High on the left-hand side.
Yeah.
Bada bing, bada boom. You know.
They say, what have pride profited us, or what good have riches without vaunting brought us?
Right. Go on.
All those things are passed away like a shadow, and as a post that hasted by.
Right, that haste of bias. It's not coming back anymore. It's past, it's gone. It's gone.
Yeah.
So this is what they're gonna realize, man. And these devils are so silly that they'll make films about their end. Independence Day and other films alluding to that, man. Martial Law, Denzel Washington, I forgot that one movie he played. The Book of Eli. You understand? So they make these films about the end of their world and what's gonna happen. And it's true. It's very true because they've also given the people the idea that those kind of scenarios can take place. It's called predictive programming. What they're doing. Star Wars, same thing. What is Star Wars about? Them trying to set up space stations and preparing to fight the Lord. You understand? But guess what? That's going to happen. Why? Because that's written in prophecy. So everything is prophecy. Everything out here is prophecy, man.
Hey, remember the film Trading Places?
Yeah.
That's gonna happen.
That's going to happen too.
Yeah, we're gonna swap, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Get going, brother. That's it. Yeah, so that's just the whole ordeal, man.
Yeah, when Anthony Joshua fought Klitschko, because Klitschko was the two brothers, but they came back in their mind that was Anthony Joshua's too bulky in their mind, and he's gonna gas out halfway through the fight in their mind. But Jake, you know, is a Jake. Anthony Joshua's a Jake.
Right.
So they've been reigning for 10 years, undefeated, not going in with any intention that they're ever going to lose.
Yeah.
And when he got his ass kicked, knocked down 3 times, and then he got his ass kicked and they had to stop it.
Right.
At the end of the fight, they took this out. This bit they took out when they interviewed Klitschko. He's saying, "Oh, he's very sad that I couldn't win." But the brother Vitaly, he wanted to go in the ring and beat up Anthony Joshua. They took that out. They took that part out.
See?
It's not anywhere in the YouTube anything. But because they couldn't accept the fact that a Jake come along, who's a young guy, and they're very strategic.
Yeah, but it's all put
it wasn't in the program.
Yeah.
So that's why the brother wanted to. And Anthony Joshua said, "Yeah, you come in, I'll beat you too."
And you know what that shows, and I'm very glad that you brought it up, because you know what that shows? That shows you that things don't stay the same.
Yeah, that's
because
it.
Anthony Joshua, man, he's a young guy, man. He ain't really been in the boxing business for that long. Yeah. So he just come around and be some old geezer.
Yeah.
And the reason why he's old, the reason why he ain't as sharp as he is, because he ain't got what it take no more. So it's the same thing with Esau.
Right.
Esau don't got what it take no more. They losing their mind. I'm talking about those that are in this.
Yeah, I know.
In the secret council.
Yeah.
They don't know what the fuck they're doing. They're making wrong decisions, and the only thing that they're going by is pride. That's
pride.
What they're going by. They're going by pride.
Yeah.
There's no wisdom in teaming anymore. You can read that in the book of Obadiah, the 1st chapter, man. Is there any wisdom in teaming? Meaning them Germans, because them Germans, they're the wisest out of all of these Edomites. You understand? But even they're kind of losing their mind, man.
Yeah, this Muslim stuff.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go on, man.
You see, in the scriptures, what does the red dragon represent?
The red dragon represents the survival of ancient Rome.
It represents Esau's rulership.
That's what it represents as a whole.
I watched a film the other day, it's called Mortal Engines, and it's like cities, like the city of London is eating all the other cities in England. And the end of the film just ended up with an image of a red dragon.
Yeah, well let's get the scriptures on that.
It's a deep, very symbolistic film.
No, but they're right. That film, they're correct on that, because this is the red dragon. The red dragon is referring to this society, the revival of ancient Rome coming back. That's what this is. And like the brother said, it represents the rulership of the so-called white man. But if you wanna, say it as it is the revival of Rome. That's what that red dragon represents, because in ancient Rome, they had a law called the Draconian law. Okay? Which I'll get into that some other time.
What does that mean?
Yeah, matter of fact, let me go into it right now, just a little bit. I'm not gonna go into it too deep.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna just touch upon it a little bit.
Oh, what's the film called again?
Mortal Engines.
Mortal Engines.
Yeah, like it's an apocalyptic film.
Okay.
And like London is it's the biggest city in the whole land, and it's eating up all little cities, but the cities are engines.
Okay.
So it chases the city mashes up the city, just takes everything from the cities.
And that sounds like Esau. That's what he takes. He can't be satisfied, man. Every country on the planet Earth, he's got their banking system, except for Iran, Cuba, North Korea, and one more, I can't remember now. Must be another country. Syria, I think it is. And you know, instead of him being content, he wants them as well, man.
Well, again, brother, goes back to prophecy. Habakkuk 2 and what is Habakkuk 2 say?
He's greedy.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
Get it. Habakkuk 2.
You know, so this is the thing, man. Like, when you really check it out, you really ain't got nothing to worry about, man. Everything's moving according to the tune of the Most High. There's no if or buts.
Yep.
Or maybe this could happen. We don't know how this is going to turn out. If you got that kind of spirit on you, you ain't seeing the bigger picture.
Yeah.
That's the picture. The picture is that the Most High controls everything. And I'm for real, man. I actually see that. I'm serious. That's how I see everything nowadays, man, because it's true. Okay? Matter of fact, give me that. Yeah.
Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 5. Yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine,
Right.
he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home.
He's a proud man, he even keep it at home. That's why he wants to set this one world system up. He's going over to Baghdad, Iraq, all throughout the early 2000s. Now he's in Syria now. They got military bases all over the daggone place, man. Because they're trying to maintain this enterprise, this empire. They want to expand it. The British-American Empire. But guess what? It's not working because what you have nowadays is you have America looking to disassociate themselves from the EU. So what is that? That's the breakup of NATO. What is it? The North Atlantic Treaty Organization. Okay, which comprises this entire empire. So if this empire is breaking apart, it ain't gonna work, man. Whatever they have in plan, it's not gonna work. All right, go on, brother. How you gonna set up a one world order and bring everybody together, but yet your system ain't together? Come on, man, it's not gonna work. Go on.
He's a proud man, neither keepeth at home,
Right.
who enlargeth his desire as hell.
Right, he enlarged his desire as hell. Because every time Esau comes into power, that's all he can bring is hell. That's all he can bring. Go on.
And is as death, and cannot be satisfied.
Right, it is as death and cannot be satisfied. It tells you that Malachi 1 verse 4 says that Esau be the border of wickedness. So wherever you see an Edomite or a group of Edomites at, you better walk the other way. Because you end into the realms of death. That's just the truth.
It's true, man.
Go on, brother.
You know, they represent death, man.
Yeah, they represent death. But like I said, the Most High made them to be that. To be that kind of spirit. Because they have to show an example. They're doing anything. They're getting down. Go on, brother.
Who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death,
Right.
and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him
All nations. Exactly.
and heapeth unto him all people.
And that's
man.
why they will say in the media, you can't be racist. You know, this is not right. They've conditioned the minds of the people to accept everything and everybody. And that's all because he wants to heap onto all people. What he's doing the same thing that my man Herod did, man, Nimrod. Nimrod tried to gather all of the people all in one. And what did the Most High do? He sent angels to confound the languages of the people.
Yeah.
Because the Lord, that's not what he had in plan. Okay, go on. Matter of fact, go back, give me Genesis 11. Let's just go into that.
Genesis 11 verse.
Yeah, 11, we could start with verse 5. Get to the point. Yeah, 4 more minutes.
Genesis 11.
Yeah, Genesis 11. You know, so that's just the whole thing. And we're going into the book of Genesis, which the word Genesis means the headings or the beginnings. So this is something that happened in the beginning. So this is something that the Most High did in the beginning. What in the hell makes you think that you can alter that? You can alter the understanding of the Most High or the ways of the Most High. You can't alter that. It's not changing. It's tempered. Go on.
Genesis 11 and 5, yeah?
Yeah.
Genesis chapter 11 verse 5. And the Lord came down to see the city and the tower which the children of men builded.
Right, which is the other nations, all of them other nations. That's the children of men. Go on.
And the Lord said, behold, the people is one.
Right. See, the people is one. One. That's why they call it a new world order. But really, what they should call it is a one world order. Go on.
And they have all one language, and this they begin to do, and now nothing will be restrained from them.
Exactly, because they wanted to establish a world or themselves as all people, as togetherness. That's what they wanted to do, so that most of the people don't scatter abroad. So that's what Esau's trying to do. Esau's trying to gather everybody together, and that's not gonna work, man. That ain't gonna work. The plans of man, if it's not under the authority of the Most High, it ain't gonna work, man. Okay, now slavery worked, because that was a part of the prophecy. Us being lynched and all of that, that was prophecy. The yoke of iron that was upon our necks, that was prophecy. That was said in the scripture. You know, us being ruled over women, that's prophecy again. So everything that the Most High said, that's what's gonna happen. But if it's something that's not written, it won't happen. Okay? And guess what? Being that we know so much of this, we know what's gonna happen in the future. That's why we're the prophets of the Lord, baby boy. Alright? That's how you break the scriptures down. Go on, brother.
And now nothing will be restrained from them,
right,
which they have imagined to do.
So this ain't nothing but a big film playing out, man. This whole entire existence ain't nothing but a film. See, when you look at it from a scriptural perspective, and you take your emotions and your feelings out of it, you get to see the real thing. It is playing out beautifully. Go on.
Verse 7. Go to, let us go down, and there confound their language.
Right, so the spirits were sent forth to confound the languages of the people. This is why today people have different cultures. They have different beliefs. Why? Because the Most High put every spirit, okay, every unusual soul or spirit inside of the people, so they can do different things. Even amongst one family, every family is different. Every soul in one family is different.
Right.
All right, you might have a brother and you don't even look the same. Or you might have a brother, you may look similar to him, but it's like night and day.
Yeah.
So even within one family, there's differences. There's a variation of spirits and looks. So for Esau to just try to, get all people to combine together, that's not gonna happen, man.
It ain't working. It ain't working.
It ain't gonna work. Go on,
ain't working.
Go to, let us go down and confound their language, that they may not understand one another's speech.
Right.
So the Lord scattered them abroad from hence upon the face of all the earth.
And that's when you read the book of Deuteronomy chapter 32 verse 8, it says that he divided the nations. Speaking about this. Okay? And he set the balance of the people. And she gave everybody their inheritance, their land. Go on, brother.
And they left off to build the city.
And he left off to build the city. Go on.
Therefore is the name of it called Babel.
Why is it called Babel? It's confusion. The word con means with, and the word fuse means to mix. So they try to mix people within, but it's not gonna work. It didn't work back then, and damn sure it ain't gonna work now. You understand what I'm saying? It ain't gonna work now. Alright, and even much so, even in these times and days, it hasn't really worked. It's worked a little bit because you got people sleeping with other races and stuff. So it's kind of worked, but it hasn't worked to the point where they want to do it. You know, where they just totally mix everything together. Mixing people together, mixing different races together. No, the Lord never set that up. The Most High set everything in order. Alright, you have, like we was reading earlier. You had me read, brother, about what does a hyena have to do with a dog?
Oh, yeah.
Even though they're of the same species, but there's a variation. There's a complete difference.
16.
You understand? But all I'm gonna say is this right here, man, is that everything is under the program of the Most High. And that's just the only way it's going. That's the only way you can and see it. Alright? And this is why it says in the scriptures, fear not Jacob, O thou worm. Because the Lord understands why we fear, because we're on a very base level in comparison to that.
Yeah.
You understand? Yeah. But when you look at everything from the Most High's perspective to the best of your ability, with these scriptures, you see the whole thing. and you don't even have no fear in your heart anymore. So with that, we're gonna close out. I'd like to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, Shalak Rayam, to this system, man. Shalom.
Wow.